question. Well, there was somebody that has had a question. They were trying to figure out why somebody was cheating on them.
Yeah, and I can appreciate that question. So I get that question more often than not, and I certainly can appreciate that. One of the problems is that when somebody cheats on us, they typically the person that's being cheated on internalizes it, right? So they think that it's because of something that they did specifically, but it's not because of something that they did specifically. It's just that the person with whom that's doing the cheating, they didn't have the discipline to stay loyal. They wanted to have the best of both worlds. Sometimes they feel emptiness on the outside, on the inside, and so they overcompensate on the outside. Let's deal with, one case in particular. One of the lessons that people don't understand is that a lot of people cheat because they want the benefits of you without the responsibility of you. You follow me on that? So in other words, they like being with you, and they like reaping the benefits of you, conversing, you being there for them, and so on and so forth. But they don't want the responsibility of you. So they enjoy your love. They enjoy the attention you give them. They enjoy the stability. But they don't want the pressure of fully showing up. So what they do is that they split themselves between their comfort zone and the excitement. Because, I can't say it enough. Some people, they don't cheat to leave. They cheat because they want the best of both worlds. And so, but because we're being cheated on, we think that it's something that we've missed. It's something that we've done. It's something that we could have done better. And the thing about it is that you have to understand it. That person did that. Therefore, they have to fully take ownership of what they've done. It's not that they were looking for anything better. Some people were just looking for something extra. Are you following me? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So some people will date you for comfort, but yet they cheat. They cheat for ego. So you can't go around saying, "Dag," if they come at you, well, you could have loved me better. You could have done this, that, and the other. No, that person just decided, they took it upon themselves. I just wanted something extra. They they treated your heart like a subscription that they can cancel anytime. And unfortunately, it's not that you picked the wrong person, because we don't know exactly who we're picking until we pick them. It's just that, and so we go around, we beat ourselves up and so on and so forth. But we think that, dang, well, I'm hurt, I'm in pain. Do they even care? They weren't being confused. They weren't confused where they did it. Should I or shouldn't I? They were just being greedy. They kept you for peace, but then went outside for stimulation, right? You thought that the relationship was solid. You thought that everything was going right. You thought that, this person really loves you. But they instead of healing, they were hunting for more attention. They were trying to feed that internal void. So, the first thing is that people, it's not that they cheat on you per se because it's something you've done, but no, they some people, they just want the benefits of you without the responsibility of you, without the responsibility of showing their emotions, without the responsibility of conversing with you, without the responsibility of being loyal to you. The next thing people cheat is because they want to fill that internal void. So you thought that you were in a solid relationship. You thought that you were in a wholesome relationship. But internally, you were dealing with somebody that could potentially be empty on the inside. They could be insecure. They could be seeking validation. And cheating is often an attempt to feed something internal, but they're using something external to feed it. They didn't cheat on you because of you. They cheated on you because of them. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah. So, because you can't fill a void with something You can't fill a void with somebody who refuses to face that they have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we think that, drugs are substantive substances. No, attention is a drug too to the unhealed. It's like they have to have it. They have to have a level of validation. They have to have somebody to confirm or affirm who they are. They really didn't need it, the other person. They just needed some more self control. It's not you, it's them. You were just pouring into a cup that had a hole in it. You know what I mean? And people, to be honest with you, a lot of people, they cheat, but they don't know why they cheat. The thing about cheating is that cheating is rarely spontaneous. You just don't up and just say, "Oh, I'm gonna go out, and I'm gonna cheat," or I'm gonna go out. And nah, it's a series of unchecked decisions. When, in other words, the person with whom's cheating, they think in their minds, "No, I'm gonna remain loyal. I'm not gonna hurt anybody." It starts with conversations. So they had to get somebody's number in order to converse with them. And typically the number that they're getting to cheat is outside of the realm of the relationship. And so what happens is that when they entertain it, they eventually engage in it. You know what I mean? Boundaries, the thing about boundaries, right? If you ignore a boundary, it becomes a line that's crossed. Are you following me? Am I making sense? People don't slip. They don't slip into it. They slid. You can't ask somebody why they cheated when they really don't know why they cheated. They did it. But you have to ask yourself, am I able to stay in a relationship with somebody that betrayed me? Because with every betrayal, there's a buildup. Yeah. When every betrayal, there's an issue. Yeah. They built the moment that they're blaming you for it. You know what I mean? So they built it, they did it, and typically they blame you for it. Did they start blaming you? And people, they see the red flags early. They just ignore them. They saw that they had a history of the last relationship. They cheated on a person. They saw they were flirtatious. They saw it, but they just were soft to it. They see it, but they were soft to it. And you can't hold yourself accountable. Number one is that you can't take ownership of somebody else's behavior. Does that make sense? You get that?
Right.
Okay. The second thing is you can't tell everybody that's listening, you can't internalize it. Right? And the third thing is that you have to make a concrete decision that when you leave the relationship, if you leave it, if you stay in it, there's a potential for it to happen more. If you stay in it, will it make you more stressed? Will you have trust issues? Yeah. And the last thing is that you got to understand some people, they just not built for commitment. They're just not built for commitment. People assume that everyone values loyalty in the same way. People assume that everyone values, commitment in the same way. No, you gotta stop expecting loyalty from people who are addicted to options. Everybody can't hold what you offer. You follow me? They like you, but most people like their freedom more. They just weren't ready for commitment. They just want to still explore. So with all that said, in summary, I hope this helped you. There's really no clean cut because most people cheat and don't even know why they cheat. Most people have yet to go through the therapy to find why they're empty on the inside. You know what I mean? Most people cheat, because they're in single player mode. You know how a game comes with two controllers? Some people they give their energy, their relationship energy to people who have, who's already in single player mode. But nevertheless, I hope that this helped you. And, what other questions that you may have for me outside of this?
That was pretty much it. That was my main concern.
Okay. Well, hopefully I'll be looking forward to having a conversation with you in the class, the people there soon. Hi, everybody. Thank you. And If you have any other questions, I'm always available, and I appreciate you inviting me. I appreciate you inviting me, and know that it wasn't you, but it had everything to do with them. They have to take ownership, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Be blessed.